Roy lives in Rhyl with his third wife Maggie, but until this year he kept a closely guarded secret about his past.
35 years ago, I had a son called Jason, and soon after Jason was born, my first wife and I split up and I left the family home. He was about 6 or 7, I believe. He was put up for adoption, and that's the last I heard of him. He was always there in my heart.
In June this year, Roy's other son Ben was researching the family tree and spotted an email from someone called Joe Jenkins trying to trace his father, Roy.
So much was matching up, and I emailed back and forward with him for about 4 or 5 emails, and the details matched up virtually identically to the details I knew about my dad.
I then sent an email to Joe saying that I am a Roy Jenkins. I very soon received a reply to that email within the hour saying that I was christened Jason Aaron Jenkins. I knew then that this was the son that I had not seen for some 35 years, and that was quite a shock, to put it mildly. It took me 2 or 3 days to work out how I was going to tell Maggie, because I didn't think I was going to see him again. I never thought this day would come. I said, there's something I need to tell you, and that is, I have a son. And she said, yes, I know, Ben. I said, no, I have another son from my first marriage.
It was a shock. I went very quiet for a while, and I remember thinking, very hurt at first, thinking I had been excluded. And that was hard. That was very hard to deal with. I did a lot of crying for Joe, really, for what he must have been through over the years.
My main feeling was that I would like to meet up with him, if that's what he wanted, because I'd been out of his life for most of it. And when we arranged it, it was the expectancy of Christmas, like waiting for Christmas to come. The book of Jeremiah, where it says, I know the plans I have for you, plans for a future. And this is my future, and I know that God's hand has been in this. When we did meet up, it was as if I've got all my Christmas presents over the last 35 years all wrapped up into one. Just the meeting of him. It was a wonderful feeling.
Throughout my life it felt like there was a hole where my dad was missing from life, and until I found him, that hole was there, but now it's filled, and it will take some time for us to get to know each other properly, but it's easier now that I know who he is and we've met.
Joe is engaged to Sylvia, who has 2 children, and today they've all travelled to North Wales for a family reunion for Christmas.
Hello, Helen.
Right, you're right.
Hello, beautiful. Oh, you look lovely.
Yeah. Can I give you a hug?
Having my dad back for Christmas this year is the best present that I could have.
We've had this second lease of life, and we're going to make the most of it. Batman. Seeing Joe and meeting up with him, God is there in the centre, and yes, God does work miracles today.
Tell me something. Can I suggest? That's it. Oh, you did it. Well,
now we've got the future to look forward to together.
Event's theme of waiting. She meets a mother who had a long wait before being able to have a family, and a refugee still waiting for a decision about his future. There are also plenty of carols, old and new, as we continue the countdown to Christmas.